In Daniel chapter 2, we read of Daniel interpreting King Nebuchadnezzar's dream. Verse 28 says that this dream is about the latter days. But there is a God in heaven that reveals secrets and makes known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. This dream actually takes us right up to the return of Christ. The God of heaven shall set up a kingdom, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Thou, O king, saw and beheld a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before you. The form thereof was terrible. The image's head was of fine gold, his breast and arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou saw till that stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay, and brake them in pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, and the brass, and the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, and that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. Daniel interprets what each part of the image is, and says, they are kingdoms, and King Nebuchadnezzar is the first. Thou art the head of gold. The Babylonian kingdom went on from 606 BC to 536 BC. After Babylon, there will be an inferior kingdom, which was then Persia, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee. The Persian kingdom went on from 536 BC to 331 BC, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. The third kingdom was Greece, that was from 331 BC to 167 BC, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. The fourth kingdom was pagan Rome, founded in 167 BC to 476 AD. Forasmuch as iron breaks in pieces and subdues all things, the kingdom shall be divided, and there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, forasmuch as thou saw iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron, part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. The city of Rome was taken over by the barbarians in 476 AD, and the Roman Empire was divided into 10 kingdoms, the 10 toes. Pagan Rome then became Papal Rome. The first kingdom, the Franks; the second, the Elements; the third, the Burgundians; the fourth, the Visigoths; the fifth, the Vandals; the sixth, the Sueves; the seventh, the Goths; eighth, the Lombards; 9, the Heruli; and 10, the Huns. By 538 AD, the Bishop of Rome had become head of all the holy priests of God, and a reign of popes began. The kingdom was over all the world for 1,260 years, but in 1798 AD, the Pope was captured by Napoleon's troops. In 1870, Victor Emmanuel, King of Italy, took away the Pope's power. According to this image, who is then the next world kingdom after the 10 toes? Is it China, Russia, Islam? And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces, and it shall stand forever. Forasmuch as thou saw that stone, the stone is the church, the stone was cut out of a mountain without hands. The 10-toed kingdom of Papal Rome came to an end in the late 1800s, when all temporal power was taken from the Pope. He used to rule the world, and now all he has is the Vatican. That was just 150-odd years ago, which is just a bleep on the screen as far as God is concerned. We see that God's next world kingdom is the church and not another. God's plan is for revival and not a falling away. This kingdom will come to power after 1870 and will eventually fill the whole earth. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver and gold broken to pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. This prophecy runs in parallel with the 4 great beasts in Daniel chapter 7.